Oh, without moving a single muscle or a millimeter, we are already here, just here. Had nothing to hear, had nothing to hearness. Like a vast expanse of the sky, clouds may pass, rain may come, storms may blow, stars, moon, and sun may appear. In the unchanging expanse of the limitless, here means just that. In the unchanging, unmoving expanse, limitless of the self, that is the truth of who we are, which alone is stable, effortless, perfect, which alone cannot be reached by imagination or the efforts of the body and mind, but which itself illumines the body mind, the visible, tangible world, the senses. Without this, there is no without this. There can be without everything else, but not this. Today, this is the purpose of coming together Guru Purnima Day. The pointing back beyond all names and form and all that appears through time and through the mind, behind the facade of personhood. Here, beyond all map reading, beyond even pointing, beyond learning, beyond effort. But not a beyondness that requires time or space, beyond concepts, beyond intimacy, beyond close, inseparable, unchanging. That regarded as the source of all manifestations, which by its own grace illumines the mind, returns mind to its own abode, its own root. This here, requiring no imagination, leaving aside all efforts. This. If one should attempt by effort to grasp it, it's already late. The very effort, and anyone making the effort and the goal of effort are all momentary appearances in the self itself. To say that this you know before this, where knowingness, knowledge, knower, and what is claimed to be knowable are mere appearances. Notice you have not moved. It's not a question of being still. The stillness which is without the activity or the intention, that which alone can be discovered, not created, where you yourself are your environment. Today and now, consciousness shines upon its own self. This is not an event. Again, this is not an event. It is not a happening. Be with me here. Because it is not an event, it will not come to pass. There's no need for any assistance such as imagination or so much so that even any attempt to try and imagine is already late. It's already seen, in fact, because the self is here. One seemingly last step. The self can never be other. It is not a place. It is not heaven. It has no residence. It is not imagined, uncreated. Because it is, creation flowed out of it and remains in it and is supported by it and is pervaded by it. These things I share with you. They are deep within your own heart. I cannot put them there. Only I say, leave aside engaging with the mind and all that it can promise, even to find this. Leave everything, including one's own self-image, one's own sense of a self. It is only a sense of self. Do not imagine anything complex or beyond or ungraspable. Any such response clearly comes from mind. Leave it all now. Leave it all. My time with you has all been a preparation followed quickly by the direct recognition beyond subject and object, to that which alone is worthy of the title of eternal or timeless. Who could have imagined that in this life we would come to such an understanding which is beyond intellectual curiosity or intellectual conviction, like a mirror, like a mirror reflecting the reality you are. But know that you are before reflections. We are right here in this moment. You are not late. Simply remain open. The words I share with you can only be echoed in your timelessness. There's no need to go to the mind. There is really, for the one who seeks truth, there's no knowledge to save up. Don't allow such clutter. In fact, the highest equates to a kind of emptiness and nothingness, not easily understood, grasped, or acceptable to the personalized mind. I take the chance to speak to you like this because by now this is known in a conscious way within you. Though the mind from time to time may arise as an active play, really its power is not so great when seen from the place of the conscious self. We put so much energy to perpetuate states of mind that in turn appear to hide our real nature. But that itself is an illusion and a delusion when believed in. Just here now. No steps to take, no conditions to fulfill. And emptying out happens by itself, unforced. Mind is not the doer of it. It can only be discovered. It cannot be made. Wholeness can only be discovered. It cannot be improved. I am directing your attention to that which cannot be improved. Recognizing this and honoring your recognition amounts to the realization of the self, the purest goal of a human existence. My time, our time together, is to prove this and to be proved as this. so that all the distractions, all the discouragements, avoidances, postponements of the personal mind fall away in the light and direct experience and understanding of the truth of you. So, as you well know, we are not here for a mere feel-good experience. We know now, through our experience, that all experiences come and go. All that is seen with the mind and body, they are passing phenomena. There's nothing to be sad about. You did not make it so. It is just the way of things. But you are not a thing. There's a thingfulness of the body form. There's a thingfulness of the mind play. But the weakness of these is beyond defining. Directly perceived also mean non-dualistically perceived. Directly perceived means no separation. Consciousness is shining upon itself. Nothing else is involved. Now, beloved ones, come with me and leave everything now. Just for this short, blessed moments, allow this grace upon yourself. Leave everything aside. Put aside the plans, the intention, the old and the new, desires, even personal identity. Leave all this now. This faith I have in you, greater than faith and knowing. Leave this aside again to confirm, not even to affirm, but to confirm the truth, the unchanging, the ever-present, the wholeness, sometimes called holiness of the self. No imagination required. Do not take your mind with you. You can wait for a moment. If you do not cling to the mind, no disturbance will come. So I am not asking that we are to sit like this all day in some kind of state. The sitting is already to the side. We are not concerned about this. But the being, which cannot be pushed about, looking with your inner eyes, confirming also that it can never leave. Even when we are unconscious of it, the fact that it is ever present sustains you. being conscious of it illumines the world, illumines the mind, illumines the body, and we feel fully blessed, knowing it is yourself. And darkness is gone forever. Actually, nothing we do or think or imagine can alter the fact that what we are is the self. But when we remain unaware of it, then in fact we suffer. May I say, even needlessly, maybe that would not seem fair, because it's as though consciously we would not choose to suffer. This kind of suffering is due only to blindness or a kind of forgetting or a distraction. Again, leave all this now. Be here, where there's not even waiting. Yeah. If you feel a sense of sleep coming into the body, reject it, actually. Or be aware of this, and already it is departing. Do not be pulled into sleep. It's merely a form of avoidance from the mind right now. So if there is some tiredness being felt in the body, be aware of it. Don't fight to change that, but stay as the awareness itself. Very good. There's any tension. There's likely sometimes to be some tension felt inside the body. Often this can come because something is focusing on just being the awareness. It can seem much more easy to go with the mind because there's been a habit so long. We have been used to that for so long. It becomes easy to slip into some mind shape. So asking you to be aware of this and to remain shapeless may in the beginning seem like a little bit of an effort, but stay with it. Its fruit is beyond delicious and invigorates and brings life to every aspect of your expression. You are already fulfilled. Don't expect this from the mind. The activities of life must be carried out. There's no harm in that. Simply avoid identifying with the actions of the body-mind. Be aware of them. Let them unfold. Without identity, they flow with a great harmony. Such joy floods one's heart, floods your heart when you notice this, and stay out of the fire of identifying personally with any activity. In the truth, satsang is doing what? It is not giving you a pile of knowledge. Actually, the highest, unexpectedly, is to be back in the state of emptiness. This emptiness is not to be read by the mind, which gives a negative connotation to that. The emptiness I speak about is not a definition, is not a connotation. The emptiness is in fact the fullness and the wholeness. I love the term emptiness. I put it to be greater than fullness, because fullness implies full of thingfulness. But the real fullness is full of emptiness. When we are full in this way, we are fulfilled. It means that the actions that happen through the body-mind, they flow in perfect harmony, in spontaneity, and with joy, unimpeded by the intrusions of the ego mind. What I'm saying, you know. This you know. And if I can put it in a word, cease identifying with phenomena. Don't judge it, don't push it away. Simply stop identifying, and gradually the sense of the focus of the self, if we can say even that, because focusing implies like two things. But this is a non-phenomenal focus, which means that it simply means the falling away of the mind interruptions, the unveiling of the formless. We are sitting like this, and perhaps to an outsider, it looks, you're doing nothing at all. You're simply listening. All the work, if there's a work, is happening spontaneously, internally. And what is this work? The non-phenomenal recognition of your eternal nature. It is not a doing, a discovering. For some of you, my words may feel a bit distant because the mind feels more near. But the mind could not be felt to be near or here or distant without this that I'm speaking. This is no distance. This is the only one that can be called here, knowing which suffering comes to an end. And joy begins to fill the being. Cease going to the mind to assess yourself. So don't listen merely with the mind. If I say listen with your entire being, don't ask the mind to understand that. You understand this intuitively. Trust that. Just being open. And if within your heart there is the longing or the desire to be fully the self, whatever it may mean, to be fully yourself, to be fully home, to be fully true, to be fully with God, it means the same thing. Then simply be open and receptive, that grace can flow into your mind. This grace actually comes from within you, not from outside. And it is happening. It is happening. Take it that this life, every breath, is in support of your freedom. This life is for freedom. Freedom need not be an ambition about the future. Freedom points to the ever present. Claim it, but not just mentally. You have come and we have been brought together for this very discovery. Blessed are we that among all things that are, I would say, attractive to the human soul, that you have come to search for the self. Rare it is, rare it is, as a human being in any span of life is drawn to their own source. Therefore I say, blessed are you. A special blessing today, and we are calling this Guru Purnima Day. Hope in your heart and feel the grace that is flowing now. This flow will never be broken. It is always here. Distraction is simply an effect arising through the mind and ego identity. That is all. You are never separated from yourself, only through ignorance. So may this day be fully charged in the spirit of truth and the spirit of God for you, so that your mind will not be able to refute its power, the power of the self. You woke up this day for this. You got up out of bed today for this, to be available to yourself. So don't touch other until you are confirmed as yourself. Thereafter, even the sense of other will be pervaded by the self. I am with you, not even as other, as your own self. As your own self is also myself. To really know this, happens mysteriously. In the receptive heart. When we are empty of intention and of identity, personal identity, it's like you become again an empty book that God can write a message inside this book, an eternal message. That kind of emptiness I'm speaking. Just as you're here, without agenda, without schedule, without intention. You have gifted yourself this moment simply to be with you. The world can wait. The world is not waiting. But it is fine without yourself attending to it this moment. Attending to yourself is truly attending to the world in the most righteous way. What do I mean by that? Is that when you are again sitting inside your own heart, this heart makes the world beautiful. what I'm speaking with you. It is not poetry. It is totally practical, and to such an extent that you will notice the living word. The words become alive as spirit in you. Keep your standards high. The self is not changed. It is not altered. It cannot go away because there's no away for the self. If you grasp what I'm sharing, it will take care of everything. I don't mean that you can become lazy and do something else. I mean that you will witness and partake in your joy. You will see that it was not the right way to try and control and manipulate life through the mind. That came because it was the wrong way to do things, a forceful way. Although we may engage in that, it is not our true way. But to be in your heart, you come into your natural harmony. Look how the world serves. Be open to this because it's a different kind of service. You see, just this short time, and in truth, your mind and being should be totally empty right now. If the mind is there, it will interpret this moment as like, I'm lost, I can't find anything. And it is true. Nothing needs to be found. Even the one who is saying, I can't find anything, itself is seen in the light of your own self. What a magnificent existence. When you choose not to bring the ego into it. In fact, every true encounter should end in the silence, should allow the silence of being to pervade one's being. It's only like this a human being rises up to salvation, actually. It's not being filled with intention and the mind confused with aspirations. It is simply to be empty and totally available to yourself. I don't have to prove this to you. I don't have to try to convince you. Your own being will convince itself. You know it very well. This is the real health of life. A still and silent mind. So today, this morning, I have shared these words with you. Actually, they are not words. I started by saying, consciousness shines its light upon itself. Happy Guru Purnima Day. If you have really heard me in your heart, you'll see that this is not a particular day. It is not a day of the week. It is a timeless. It points to the timeless. That which you are directly connected now to. Can it pass? See? All things to do with time passes. Only the timeless is ever present, unchanging, uncreated, unborn, imperishable, complete, whole, perfect, blissful, and true. No person can put that on their resume. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.